on the surface oftenly that prompts the question, are mermaids for real? Well, I have compiled 15 real-life mermaid sightings from history in the video, so do watch this video till the end, and then share your views by commenting down below. Let's immediately roll in then. Number 15. South Island, New Zealand. In 2014, fishermen in the South Island caught a suspicious-looking animal. By the way, they called the Coast Guard immediately, as at first, they thought they had stumbled upon a dead person. Therefore, the Coast Guard contacted local authorities and police, as they thought the body was such a strange thing to probe. When police reached the spot, they concluded that the body was of a human being, apparently because it had a great resemblance with humans, but some of its body parts resembled an aquatic animal. Did you know? It was considered as one of the bizarre finds that got the whole of New Zealand to talk about it. Number 14. John Smith's Mermaid. A great soldier and sailor, John Smith, once said that, win or lose, you will never regret working hard, making sacrifices, being disciplined, or focusing too much. Great words, sir. By the way, do you know that the account of mermaids' existence gets quite strong when John Smith especially claimed to see a mermaid while being on his voyage? The sailor was exploring the West Indies in the 1600s when he saw a very beautiful and highly attractive woman with green hair and blonde skin. He became shocked to his core when he saw that the woman, with a tail, dove into the water and realized it was a mermaid. Number 13. Hebridean Mermaid. Once in 1830, a woman with a group of people was cutting seaweed, and she saw a miniature woman in the water off the coast of the island of Benbecula in Scotland. She suddenly asked her fellow workers to look at her discovery of a half-human female and half-fish. Her discovery became a hot topic in a short interval, and people started going after that creature to take a look, as it must be a feast for the eyes. According to some sources, many children struck it in the back with small stones and pebbles, and the body of the deceased mermaid washed off the shore, and a few days later was collected by the local authorities. Number 12. Key Islands, Indonesia. In 1943, during World War II, some of the Japanese soldiers who were part of a surveillance team had to watch the Key Islands of Indonesia claim that they had seen mermaids. In fact, several of them confirmed that they have seen the appearance of a half-fish and half-human creature. In fact, they also spotted a small humanoid with a spine on its back in the water. According to sources, the same creature was also noticed on the beach of the islands playing in lagoons. Soldiers were shocked at first. They did not believe it, but the locals told them that these mermaid-like figures are organic or human fish. Except the locals, who took the story of the soldiers quite seriously. No one believed they actually saw a mermaid. Number 11. Baffeljag River, South Africa. In 2008, a mermaid with the name Cayman grabbed huge media attention. Most people claimed that they saw it, especially according to a group of friends who were there camping at the Baffeljags River, claiming they heard loud splashing and banging in the river. They got scared, so they went to see what had happened. While they were examining, they saw a woman with black hair and pale skin, but the most shocking thing about the mermaid was its bright red eyes, which were glowing. When she noticed them, the mermaid ran away and was not seen again. Now, as the mermaid is known for pulling people underwater and trapping them, therefore, people now keep their distance from the water. Number 10. Main Island, British Columbia, Canada. On the shores of Main Island, which is located in British Columbia, many people saw a supposed humanoid in 1967. Apparently, the particular mermaid was actually sitting on the beach while chilling and hanging out without giving a damn to the world. People who claimed that they had seen the mermaid saw her eating salmon on the beach. They said they saw a blonde woman sitting on the rocks near the shore. Her hair was blonde, and she herself was topless. According to the sources, the same mermaid was seen the very next week. Because of all the hype of this, the Colonists newspaper announced a reward of $25,000 for any information about the mermaid. Number 9. North Cape, Norway. While exploring western waters in Norway in 1608, Henry Hodson, a popular sailor, had met a strange incident. He claimed in his journal that on the voyage he had an encounter with mermaids. Hodson and his crew tried to go near them just to have a closer look. He found out that the creatures had pale skin and long black hair, and all of them were as big as the men of his crew. In fact, the creatures had a tail, and according to him, as he described it, the same as that of a dolphin. Number 8. Mermaid in India. On December 10th, 2017, the fishermen in India found something bizarre in their fishing nets. He claimed that it was a mermaid. As we know, this creature is normally known as a half fish and half human, but to your knowledge, unlike other mermaid-like creatures that we've seen in movies, this one didn't have a human head. And people started posting videos and pictures of this creature, and started claiming that they have seen some real-life mermaids. Number 7. Zimbabwe Incident. It is obvious that whenever some sort of crime happens around us, we start finding the actual culprit behind it. But this incident that occurred in Zimbabwe in 2017 will make your jaws drop. It is about the drowning of 2 young boys. All this happened when the 2 herded cattle near the dam, and then one of them assumed that he saw a fish, so both of them tried to catch it and mark a win. But when they headed towards it, the mermaid snatched them. According to witnesses, she snatched and pulled them underwater for a moment, but when she resurfaced with the boys, their parents started crying, and that was their biggest mistake, as she pulled them down again until they drowned. It is a real story, by the way, if you have any doubts related to it. In fact, Chief Namangwe, who oversees the jurisdiction of that case, confirmed the deaths and described the likely perpetrator as a mermaid. Number 6. Minnesota Mermaid. In October 2017, in Minnesota, an Australian man was wandering around at a beach when he noticed something weird and strange on the shore. 2 guys wearing some sort of green costume carrying a creature that looked like a mermaid. Well, God knows they were taking it to the secret lab for experimentation or giving her some medical attention. We can't say anything regarding this. Number 5. Ladysmith Mermaid. In Cape Town, South Africa, over a mountain peak, a mermaid was spotted by a woman in October of 2013. She, Pisani Duma, hadn't just seen it. In fact, she saved its life as she heard her screaming in pain as she needed help to get back into water. That's what Duma did, and she described that she was a Caucasian blonde mermaid who was speaking Zulu. And where she found the mermaid, now since, the whole river has dried up. Number 4. Cave sightings. The caves of Mexico are where you find sightings of mermaids. In fact, an incident happened in the Cailin Island of the Philippines. By the way, the mermaid Melissa isn't the explanation, as in the photos taken by the tourists, you can clearly see the shape of a mermaid floating next to them. By the way, tourists claim that the mermaid left a very nasty and pungent smell. Actually, all of them didn't see any mermaid while swimming, but while checking out their photos, they witnessed a mythical creature in them. Therefore, at that moment, they weren't able to contact the mermaid. But when the mermaid left that nasty smell, it went away, and the local city authorities have even placed a mermaid statue on the shore in memory of that mermaid sighting. Number 3. Mermaid beneath the ocean surface. Imagine venturing into the oceans with your partner to explore the incredible marine life beneath the water, and you come across a real-life mermaid. This is what happens with a couple who went diving in the deep-sea ocean, and while they were wandering in the water, they spotted a real-life mermaid. The half-fish, half-human creature was swimming in the clear water of Jamaica Beach and had a blue tail and brown, long hair. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to